Hi everybody, it's Erin. Today I want to talk about something that I have a really hard time with. It's a difficult subject. It's all the recipe books that I never use. And I feel terrible because I have to tell you, I absolutely love recipe books. I feel in a way that I kind of collect them, but I never use them. I go through them, I think they're beautiful, and the more beautiful, the more I want to buy them. And so I have stacks upon stacks of recipe books. In fact, when we were moving into our new house, I wanted to build a shelf into the side of our kitchen island that would hold my recipe books. That didn't happen because it would have made our island several inches longer, and I gave up on that. So what I did is I have recipe books above my stove, above the microwave, and I have recipe books in a basket that sit on my counter. Those are the ones I consider the prettiest or the best, which include Julia Child's Mastering the Art of French Cooking and a We'Re Cookin Pioneer Woman recipe book that is signed that I've never used. So today, I really want to try a recipe that I've never tried before. And I'm setting the goal for myself to produce one recipe twice a month from one of my recipe books. If I do more, great. If I do less, bad. I really want to use my recipe books and utilize the great things that come from the hard work of these men and women who make these fantastic recipe books. So today I want to bake a cake. What could be better? But I want to bake it out of Julia Child's Mastering the Art of French Cooking. Another thing I want to talk about is keeping your kitchen clean. I know it's really hard sometimes to keep our kitchens clean, but one of the things that my mom always told me was never go to bed with your sink full of dirty dishes. Now, that's not to say I ever took that advice, especially in the, 11 years that I lived on campus at Utah State University, and I never had a dishwasher. There were many, many times I went to bed with my sink full of dishes. I remember one time my mom came up to see me before I got married, and I lived on campus, and I had 5 roommates, and we all shared a bathroom. It really wasn't as bad as you think it was. I always had a great time living with roommates. One of the hard things with living with roommates, though, is that some of them don't do their dishes. And I, as well, didn't do my dishes. So I remember my mom came up one time, and our sink was full of dishes, and I hadn't come home from class yet, and I came in to my mother cleaning our kitchen, doing the dishes in the sink. And I said, Mom, nobody's ever going to learn to do their dishes if you're going to come up here and do them. That was the one and only time she ever did that, which I'm glad. We needed to learn on our own to be able to be self-sufficient. My mother's the one who taught me how to clean a kitchen, clean a whole house. And I'm pretty quick, and I'm pretty proud of that. In fact, my husband has me clean the kitchen because he says I'm much faster at it. Maybe that's a way to get me to do it. And he's objecting from upstairs. But I have him vacuum because he's very quick and efficient at vacuuming. And that is to get him to vacuum. So keeping a kitchen clean is really hard. It's a struggle. I understand. One of the best ways that I know to get the kitchen nice and clean is I like to shift things. My mom and dad used to call me a crap shifter. They didn't necessarily use the word crap, but I move things from one counter to the other, and I clean the whole thing, and then I put things back. And that's what I do now. So I'll take everything off of the counter. I'll move it to another piece of the counter. I'll clean that counter, and then I'll move things back and clean the other counter. I don't know if that's a good tip. That's what I do. And then there's the basics, put an orange peel down your disposal. I always make sure that I'm putting things in the dishwasher. Luckily, I live with my husband and my brother-in-law, and they are great at getting things cleaned up, and they're awesome after they cook, and they cook. I love that. So in this episode, we're going to cook something for you, and I'm really excited to cook as a family. We love to do that, so I hope you enjoy it, and yeah. With your recipe books, like I said, I put mine in a basket, only some of mine in a basket on the counter. They're really cute decorations. But some of the most beautiful ones, the Pioneer Woman has beautiful recipe books. Zoella was just talking about one by Mary Berry in a video that she put up either today or yesterday, and I want that book because I am obsessed with the Great British Baking Show. If you haven't watched it, you have to. There's 3 seasons on Netflix. And even though I've watched all 3 seasons, I go back and I watch because it's so fantastic. What I love is I don't think they ever say what they win. I know they get like a really nice serving tray, but they never really say what they win. And what I love is that everyone's so nice to each other. There are so many competition shows where people are just sort of at each other and they're catty, and this show, they are so kind and wonderful to each other, and I think, man, that's what we need in the world right now, is more kindness. We can all show that kindness, and I think that's really important. Also, my husband and I kind of got hooked on The People versus O.J. Simpson. It's really kind of eerie to see this story because I remember watching it, it was 1994, 95, so I was 9 or 10. And I remember watching it on TV with my mom, and it's really kind of eerie to watch all of it now because there are so many things I had no idea about. What do you guys think? Do you like The People versus O.J. Simpson? How do you think it portrayed everyone? I thought everyone was really great. Sarah Paulson was wonderful. It had such a great cast. It was fun to see John Travolta. So what do you guys think about that? Also, let me know what you think about the Great British Baking Show because I could talk about the Great British Baking Show. So it's late, but this is what happens when you decide to bake a cake at 8:30 at night. So, for those of you wondering, we made we didn't make the orange sponge cake. Sorry. We made the butter sponge cake, the biscuit au beurre. This is out of the Julia Child Mastering the Art of French Cooking, and it is in the Chapter 10, Desserts and Cakes. Well, come over here with me, because we made it together. Oh, come on. Mismatched and all.
What?
Without one sock. So this is our cake that we made. Are we proud? Are you gonna, what do you think? Oh, we're gonna put his foot in it?
No.
Oh.
It's matching.
Now he matches. Two socks. Okay. So we had a great time making this, didn't we? We had lots of fun.
Yeah.
I love you. Oh, and it smells so good, right? We should eat it.
I don't even know what a ganache is. No, you're laughing at me.
Nuh-uh. I love you. It's so good. We should make this again, right?
No.
It's really good.
Oh crap.
Do you want me to take it to work tomorrow? That's how I know if he likes it. If I say, should I take it to work? And he goes, no.